Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Brooks here. Today we've got a bit of a holiday special for you guys. Christmas is about 1 week away, and in its honor, we're going to be doing a few holiday themed videos leading up to it. So, to start things off, we're turning back to the now infamous Jake Paul, who's released his own Christmas album this year, called Litmas. Yeah, apparently the millennials are still using the word lit unironically, and it doesn't mean lit like smoking weed or getting stoned. I think it just means lit like cool now. I don't know. Jake Paul's got some real groaners on this new album of his, for sure. We're going to take a look at a couple of the songs and their accompanying music videos. First, let's start off by taking a look at the title track, of course, called Litmas. But before we get to the song, let's take a quick look at our sponsor, Virtual Shield. Online privacy is more important now than ever. That's why I teamed up with Virtual Shield again, to offer you guys a great way to protect yourselves and your families. In short, Virtual Shield is the easiest VPN service to use in the whole world, ever, of all time, the best. It's also very cheap. For less than $5 per month, you can protect you and your family's internet privacy with one of their world-renowned VPNs. And for those who don't know, VPNs are virtual private networks that basically funnel your internet signature through Virtual Shield's secure servers. That way companies and the government can't track you and your internet information. And Virtual Shield added a new safety feature, which gives users the ability to block access to their device's cameras and microphones. That means no more spying on you, no more government listening into your convos, and no more Facebook hearing what you talk about and suggesting ads based on your private conversations. That's just creepy. Virtual Shield is easy and very affordable. All you do is go to their website, link in the description below, sign up and install their app or extension. They have extensions for all the top web browsers like Chrome, Firefox, and Opera, and they have mobile apps. It's very intuitive and super safe. Totally worth the $5 a month. Also, you can use the code NOBS for an additional 20% off, which also helps support the show and keep No Bullshit going. So if you're worried about your privacy and have thought about getting a VPN service, there you go. Virtual Shield is the very best and has a very fair price. You won't be disappointed. You can even give the gift of online privacy for Christmas or Hanukkah. Link below. Okay, now back to Jake Paul. Here's his video for the song Litmas.
Back in my day, the only thing lit on Christmas were the lights. Now you kids are running around with your shenanigans, holes in your pants, social medias. It's like everything's lit.
That's some pretty creepy makeup there, Jake. I think it's supposed to be funny, but it looks a little scary to me. And I love how he has all of his crew sitting around like kids at Christmas, even though they're all well over 18 years old. Sure, they're still under 30 and still pretty young, but they're definitely old enough to drop all this immature kid shit, like the way they act and what videos they do and all that stuff. Now, I know this video was done as a joke, but that's the actual vibe I get from Jake Paul and his Team 10 crew. They're very childish, especially for 20-year-olds. They're a bunch of post-teenagers acting like they're children. When I was 20, back in the Middle Ages, I was halfway through college, living on my own, working part-time jobs to pay my bills. Here we've got kids dressing up like elves and singing about Litmas. Boy, how the times have changed.
Christmas is lit. Christmas litmas. Christmas is lit.
Those are some real groundbreaking lyrics you got there, Jake. Damn, couldn't you at least afford a ghostwriter at this point? I feel like you have millions of dollars by now. Hire someone who can come up with a real chorus, for Christ's sake. It's Christmas, or Litmas. This shitty chorus you got here sounds like you guys weren't even trying. And it's always a bad sign when the music video has more effort put into it than the actual music.
I'm the young Santa Claus, put respect on my name. Put nitrous in my sleigh, now my spit flames. Check the naughty list and you'll see our names. Red and white whip, looking like candy canes.
Okay, a few things I will admit I do like here, just to be fair. Love the hotties in the background, of course. Nice. And the jump rope with the Christmas lights was a pretty cool move too, I have to say. Lastly, I'm kinda into this soldier nutcracker guy. He's got some pretty good moves.
Can't hang with the lames, red and green on the chains. Custom Christmas Gucci frames, it's a litmus, bro. Oh, still no rain. Is lit, Christmas litmus.
Okay, now every time I hear this cheap-ass chorus, I keep thinking of how high the production value of the rest of the video is. I mean, this is a huge-ass production. Dozens of people everywhere, decorations all over the inside and outside of the house, multiple locations, all kinds of costumes, and full Hollywood makeup on Jake. There's even a custom Litmas Christmas light in the back there. It looks pretty decent too, but why the fuck would anyone put all this time and money into a video for a song that has the worst chorus of all time? This is equivalent to hiring Michael Bay to direct a Transformers Transformer-like action-packed music video for a song written by a 10-year-old. It's like spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to animate a high-def music video for the simple song Mary Had a Little Lamb. What's the fucking point? An overproduced video doesn't make the song good. And quite frankly, it looks ridiculous to make a video this good for such a shitty song. I'm guessing this is the best song Jake could come up with, so they thought if they made the video better and had high value to it, it would come off better. But it didn't. I guess you could say this song was a lit miss, if you know what I'm saying. Huh? Get it? Yeah, I know. I went there.
On my Christmas list, Lambo body it myself if Santa don't deliver it. Cash out can fly like a reindeer in this damn designer fit.
Well, at least Jake got a real black person to chime in on this track. Hip hop cred achieved. Too bad it's not enough to save this dud of a song here.
Christmas make me wanna post family pics. My parents are divorced. I made 2 Christmas lists. It's just so they know not to get the same shit.
Jake's parents are divorced, huh? This shit just got a little too real for me. Now I see why he had his dad in that vlog kissing girls at one time. But really, this kind of explains a lot of his behaviors. He was a spoiled, divorced kid who never got chastised for doing dumb shit. Kids from broken homes have a much tougher time growing up. I almost feel bad for the guy. Almost. If he wasn't so obnoxious and terrible, I might. But since you brought this divorce up, Jake, let me tell you, no one is buying this whole I get twice as many gifts since my parents are divorced bit. I understand you're trying to look on the bright side, but we all know kids would rather have their parents stay together over having more gifts.
Like I said, my Christmas is lit. 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 Lit.
I feel like the song and video are already losing steam. Jake sounds like he's just trying to get to the end of it now, and it's only been like 2 minutes. It makes sense though. I mean, I'm getting bored here too. Why don't we go ahead and switch gears then? We got more terrible Jake Paul Christmas songs to get to. This next one is a real doozy. It's called All I Want for Christmas, and no, it doesn't live up to Mariah Carey's song of the same name. I must be a glutton for punishment to go through this again. The things I do for you guys, I swear. Well, let's go ahead. Let's check it out.
Buy that merch, buy that merch. Buy that merch, buy that merch, buy that merch, buy that merch, buy that merch.
Wow, you just went straight for it, huh, Jake? Buy that merch is not only the first thing you say here, it's the second, third, and fourth things you say. Well done. You've surely taken shilling on YouTube to the next level.
Said, all I want for Christmas is that Jake Paul merch. All I want for Christmas is a Jake Paul shirt. All she want for Christmas is JP, I'm a flirt. All I want for Christmas is a JP sweatshirt.
I think this song is actually worse than Litmus. I mean, at least there he was trying to make a song. Now we're just trying to sell shitty shirts and hats. I mean, can you at least have some better merch if you're gonna push it so hard? I know you think you're hot shit, Jake, and this stuff will just sell because your name's on it, but I don't know, man. I think you could do better. It looks like you're trying to transition into music and clothing sales now, but your content is really fucking lacking. Name recognition will only get you so far. You gotta have good songs and merch to back that shit up if you really want it to take off. Just telling people to buy it over and over again, that sure isn't gonna work. It's like you have shitty merch and songs, but you think if you tell people to buy it over and over again, they're gonna go for it. I guess that works on some kids, but it's not gonna last forever.
Fanjoy.co / Jake Paul. Get it while you can before I sell it all. Spend $100, free shipping, y'all.
Free shipping on a $100 purchase isn't much of a deal. It's certainly not worth mentioning in your song for your Christmas album. I guess we just have to accept it now. This song is a commercial for his merch store. It wasn't made for the music or to try and be creative or be funny. It was made to sell shitty overpriced shirts and hats with Jake's name on them. His little signature, which you can't even read. Again, another waste of everyone's time and a waste of a good production. I have to admit though, Jake's production value with these videos is pretty on point. Too bad the content is full of shit and totally worthless. The music is terrible, the videos are mostly pointless, and worst of all, this shit is so unfunny. It's like anti-funny. It's so not funny, it almost becomes funny again. It's like a meta laugh I'm getting here, I guess. And this definitely wasn't Jake's intention, but I guess you still have to give him credit. The guy's a dope. He looks like an idiot, he acts like an idiot, but goddammit, he still makes us laugh. And that's the worst thing about this whole Litmus Christmas album and these music videos. They're big missed opportunities. Jake and his Team 10 are putting all this time and money and effort into this for what? To make some easy cash? Sure, we know this will still be profitable, but that's about all it will be. This is an easy cash grab for them. They're trying to get in before Christmas time. But a few weeks after Christmas, by 2018, no one will ever want to hear these whack Christmas songs again. You really think people will come back to this stuff for Christmas next year? Or the year after that? I highly doubt it. I would have loved to see what some real creative artist could have done with all this production value too. I mean, I know I would have had fun with it. I would have came up with something gross or controversial or political or something. Could have dressed up like Santa Santa, had some laughs. Not this lame sellout crap that Jake did. There's a lot of people that could have done better with this, with all this production. I mean, maybe with the Litmus song, it almost appeared to be Jake taking a stab at making his own Christmas jingle, but by the time we got to this merch song at the end, it's pretty clear. This is all cash grabbing. Jake is shilling his songs, his album, and his merch. Plain and simple. Tasteless and awful. Worst of all, the guy's already worth millions of dollars. I checked. It's estimated that he's worth $4 million. The guy doesn't need any more money, and if he would just pace himself a little bit, he could milk this gravy train for the next year or so, but no. It looks like Jake wants to cash in quick with this Christmas stuff, which I think could end up biting him in the ass in the long run. His fans are young and dumb, sure, but they will slowly be growing up, and eventually they'll realize Jake is just after their money, not their attention or their interest. He's not trying to make them laugh, he's trying to make them buy merch. Jake doesn't care what bullcrap he puts out. He doesn't care about his videos, his songs, or his merch, for that matter. So long as it sells and makes him money, he doesn't care how shitty it is. Jake is a petty, cash-grabbing hack, and he just needs to stop. The last thing I'll say is this. I'm pretty sure Jake lacks any self-awareness whatsoever, because I came across this interview about his Litmus album. They ask him who else he'd want to collab with, and Jake says this.
I've always loved Drake since I was a kid. Like Drake's one of my favorite artists. It'd be awesome to do something with him, but
are we putting out the calls, guys? What's the deal here?
Does anybody know Drake?
Drake? Really? Come on, Jake. Drake? Just because your name's rhyme doesn't mean you could collab. And Drake is an actual singer with a storied professional music career, with awards and top 10 albums and everything. Jake, you're not on his level, bro. Get a grip. You're not even a real musician. You're not even a real filmmaker. You're a Vine star who got popular for making stupid 7-second clips on your camera phone. Sure, you managed to parlay that into YouTube and music careers, but that doesn't make you legit. You're a joke. And the fact that you think Drake would even consider collabing with you shows how dumb and out of touch you really are. What do you guys think? Is Jake Paul's Litmus album a total disaster? Would you call him a disaster artist? Like that new movie, you know? That new movie? I kind of want to see it. You know what I'm talking about? Are Jake Paul's songs even really songs? Or is he making all this just to sell stuff on iTunes and his merch website? Comment your thoughts below, and thanks for watching No Bullshit. And thanks again to Virtual Shield for sponsoring today's video. Merry Christmas, everyone. We're gonna have a few more holidays videos coming real soon. Until next time, bye-bye.